Welcome back to Chicago Car Club. Today we're going to be taking you around this 1975 Buick Regal. This is a true one-owner car. It's in its original paint. It has 24,000 miles on it. It was ordered new in Chicago, where it lived its entire life. We bought it from the gentleman who purchased it new. And we're going to show you around, show you the good, the bad, everything we see on it. Try and point everything out to make you more comfortable with this as a purchase. It was ordered with the rally wheels. It has factory air. It's a sandstone, over sandstone interior with a sandalwood Lando top on it. We put a paint gauge to every panel. It shows all under 5 mil, which is indicative of original single stage paint. And we're going to show you all the little blemishes we see, try and get you up close and personal. It's got some little blemishes with touch-up on them, as you'd expect, but a really bone-dry car. We don't see any rust on this that's of concern. Again, some normal scratches. The car sat in a garage and was cared for well, but obviously things bump into it. And the owner went above and beyond. As you can see here, he took the time to paint this filler panel, which is still intact nicely. However, he brushed on some sort of clear acrylic or something over it. It doesn't look great, but it seemed to do the job and protect it. But we just want to point that out. And as you can see on the above the grill there was a bug guard on this, and we didn't put a buffer to the car, so there's just some original little blemishes in the paint. Here we've got our little hood lock on that fender. Older radials, we recommend replacing them just because they're older tires, but kind of a neat story on the tires. They were recalled when the car was relatively new, and the dealers put new tires on them, and those are the tires they put on them. So again, he put some emblems on the car, which we removed, but some of the adhesive he must have used put some blemishes in the paint. Again, we didn't do anything to correct them, but we want to point them out to you and show you that they're there. The panels are really straight. The car does not appear to have ever been in any sort of accident. The Lando top under the Lando is nice and solid. There's no rust bubbling or anything like that. It did pull back a little bit and could probably use a little bit better cleaning job, but again, our goal is to show you everything we see, make you comfortable with this purchase. As you can see, the body panel fitment is really nice. The bumpers all sit nicely. Really just a nice, consistent car front to back, short of its little blemishes and quirks. Lower edges are bone dry again. Wheels are in great shape. Here was another, he had a Regal emblem sitting here, so it's not rust. It's actually just, unfortunately, put some blemishes in the paint there. But again, we like to keep them original, so we like to show you what it is and point it out. A couple little scratches. Again, he had another Regal emblem under the mirror there on both sides. Inside the door here, door jambs tell us a lot, and this car, again, very solid. The bottom of the doors are nice and dry. He did put some sort of clear coat on the interior pieces, on these A-pillar posts, and some on the dash a little bit. And I'm not really sure why he did it, but he told me he was trying to protect it from the sun, and I don't love it, and we didn't try to get it off, but it's there. I'm sure it can come off somehow, or it can be replaced easily, but the dash is nice. The top of the dash, we've got our manuals. However, those pillars and other parts of the dash, he went ahead and brushed some sort of clear, I don't know if it's Mod Podge or what it is, but we'd rather it not be there. At any rate, side of the door, you got your oil change stickers on it. Underside of the door, super dry. Interior is quite nice. Underneath the rubber floor mats, which we have, the original floor mats, you can see the carpet is super clean around the edges. It was a little blemished and dirty, but again, shows pretty nicely. Seats are in nice shape. No real rips or tears, just some normal wear from just age. And the passenger seat's got a little bit of like a orangish, kind of rusty looking stripe in the center. It's not bad. We didn't do much to get rid of it, but just want to point it out. It does have an aftermarket cruise control system on it, which does work. Under the hood, as you can see, largely original. He did take the time to put some blue paint on the valve covers over the years and on the master cylinder and the water pump to keep it clean looking. But you know, everything we see here looks original, from the factory air, you know, to the radiator shroud and the coolant overflow. It does have a battery from 2017, which works fine. He has kept it on a battery tender, so we believe it to still be in good shape. And we'll hop in, hopefully take you for a little cruise in it. Power windows, power steering. Again, it's got a aftermarket cruise on it. Automatic transmission, as you can see. We'll jump it out on the road here, get it up to speed. We do notice that the accelerator pump in the carburetor, which is a little diaphragm booster in there that helps get the initial shot of fuel from takeoff, probably needs replacing. Pretty normal with ethanol fuel these days. If they sit at all, they tend to crack and rip. So when you accelerate, you just have to kind of feather the pedal a little bit at first just to get it fired. Get it up to speed a little bit, and then it takes off on its own just fine. It's basically from an idle that it needs the help. But again, on the road here, as it warms up, it seems to be even better. Runs great, doesn't have any excess noise, doesn't smoke, really drives nice, and it stops nice and straight. We're going to get it up over 50 here. We'll jump on the brakes real hard, kind of our hands off the wheel stopping, and it stops nice and straight. The underside of the car has been undercoated from the dealer, and they actually did a really nice job. Sometimes we don't love undercoating, and sometimes we do. And in this case, they did a nice job. It protected the underside really well over the years. And we'll show you around and just kind of let you look at everything we see. All the bushings are intact and in place. Some of them obviously older and drier than others, but for the most part, pretty mechanically sound from what we can see. It's got some mud flaps on it, which we elected to leave, but as you can see, the underside, the lower side of the panels and the frame rails are nice and solid and dry. Really just a well situated car. Fuel tank's in good shape. It looks like it has a newer muffler on it, or at least a muffler and a tailpipe. And as you can see, the undercoating really did its job. Nice and dry underneath, and as you'd expect from the mileage. We always encourage you to call or text. We're happy to jump on a video chat with you, whatever you'd like to get more comfortable with this. That's your setup for your cruise. So you can reach us at any time at 312-420-3696 or online at chicagocarclub.com. We appreciate you watching and look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out or leave them in the section below. Thanks again.